The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
All right, back on the Domino's post-game report as Carson Newman collects a heart-stopping 35-34 win over the Catawba Indians. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson Newman head football coach Ashley Ingram. Ashley, I'm leading with it this week. How's your heart after that one?
My heart's good, man.
Clean living.
Well, we had the ball to finish the game, so I had to keep my heart in a rhythm there so we could kind of get down the field. We played, again, another good team, really good offensively, and they played well. Their QB's he's a very, very good player. And we found a way to make the plays at the end to win the game. And, I told the guys, we're down some quarterbacks, we're down some other guys. We had to leave 5 or 6 hours late yesterday. We got in at midnight. We get to the hotel, and there's no power, and never came back on. And I said we can find an excuse or we can find a way, and we found a way.
A drive for the ages. You get the football back with about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. First time that Carson Newman has won a game with a touchdown in the final 30 seconds since 2019. It was a 3-yard run back in 2019. Today it's a 3-yard run with Jaden Sullins. Break down an epic final drive and didn't leave any time for Catawba to work with either.
Well, I went into the kickoff return huddle, and I said, whatever we do, we can't have a penalty. So it shows you how much they listened to me. So we got another blocking in the back. But no, the drive was awesome. We made some adjustments there at the end. Chuck made some great calls. The guys on that play executed. It's probably the best we ran the ball all day long was the last drive. I think we started the drive with 3 timeouts.
You did?
And I think we finished the drive with 3 timeouts.
Also
so we didn't have
true.
to use those. So we were doing a good job getting first downs. And that was my message to Chuck. I said, Chuck, we got plenty of time. We've got 3 timeouts. We need first downs. Let's just think first down. And our guys got first downs and would get out of bounds if they didn't. So it was an epic drive, as you said.
Ton of speed option to the wide side of the field. Was that just taking what the defense gave you there?
Yeah, to a certain extent. And then we were running some triple option, but they kept making us hand the ball off, and they were kind of whipping us inside. So we made a little adjustment so we could get the ball on the perimeter. So, yes. You
alluded to it earlier. For a second straight road trip, the adversity that surrounds travel is prodigious. And our thoughts genuinely are with this is a heavily affected area. Jefferson City sort of dodged it. Salisbury sort of dodged it. But all league schools in between. Our thoughts certainly go out to those folks. But you alluded to it. You leave at 7. We witnessed what happened to a team who tried to go through the gorge last night. ETSU took them, 19 hours to get to the Citadel. You're stuck in a hotel with no power. You're watching College game day on the buses to charge your phones this morning. What attitude did you sense from your team with adversity in the face again, a little bit different than when you traveled to West Virginia State with all that stuff mounting?
Well, as I was driving into work Friday, Coach Weiser called me and said, what do we think? And I said, well, I'll be there in a few minutes and we'll make a decision. We'll just kind of take a look at it. And what we decided to do, we kind of brainstormed. We were going to let the wind die down, knowing that the drive through the mountains was going to be tough. And we just said, well, let's wait till the wind gets under 10 miles an hour. So we waited till, I think, 6 p.m. That was kind of the thought. And then we just looked at what was going on with, up in the mountains. And obviously our hearts go out to all those people. And hopefully some of those fans watched this game tonight and got a little reprieve. But we just figured we just got to take the long way around. So we went up and around the mountains, made that decision. But it was just like we never panicked. We just said, this is what we're going to do. We're not going to worry about it. And as we were pulling into the hotel, I just stood up and I go, hey, we don't have any power, which I'd known about for quite a few hours. And I go, it'll be okay. But the hotel staff was awesome. Edgar Weiser is, the guy is he's a machine. And he changed our arrangements, he changed our meals, and he doesn't bat an eye. He's a self-starter. We're just fortunate to have him at Carson Newman. But the coaches didn't panic, the players didn't panic, and we just didn't talk about it.
Seemed like it carried over to the field, not panicking here today. I do want to bring up 2 things, and I jinxed it to the good on air. I said there's not going to be a play overturned this year just because of the nature of how the cameras are utilized. You had 2 today and were quick on the trigger with the challenge flags. Both times you threw a challenge flag, you scored a touchdown on that drive. Break down your decisions.
Well, I was standing right at both of them. And I know I have, I guess my vision's a little, I don't know, tainted maybe, but I saw both of them. And I thought he got to the line. I actually thought JC was going to score. He's got to run harder than that. And then I also saw him drag his foot. So I wasn't concerned about the call. I was concerned if we're going to have the camera angle to get it. Just kind of obvious calls to me. The last one, I think I spiked both flags. So
it was emphatic. It was emphatic.
We were right, and I'm just thankful that the refs, the film crew was able to get it, and thankful that the refs were able to make the right call. Thought both were right. We just got to get better.
You touched on it earlier. Zane Whitson started at quarterback. He won games last year as a starter at quarterback. What'd you see from him? Really your fourth quarterback this season to see significant time under center.
Right. He ultimately, he's a player. He's a playmaker. He's got a calm. He's got a poise about him. And when we needed him, he made the plays. Now, here's the thing. He's got to play better. Okay, and he can. He's capable of being a really good football player. And I said this to our staff before the season, and I certainly didn't want this to happen, but I thought if Teddy was our quarterback, we could win. I thought if Trey was our quarterback, we could win. I told him I thought if Gavin's our quarterback, we can win. If Zane's our quarterback, we can win. If Justin's our quarterback, we can win. We felt that good about those five guys. Now, we didn't want to have to test the hypotheses, but we just came through, and the kid's a good player. And I told him, it's funny, the Friday before the Wingate game, he was walking by my office, and I called him in, and I said, look, here's the deal. Is you're the fourth quarterback. Teddy's down now, you're the third quarterback. And sometimes it's easy to kind of get in a little place where you're not putting out and you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I go, but for whatever reason, whether it's you weren't buying in or whether things just clicked, which I think is really what it was, the last kind of 3 weeks leading up to that game, you kind of saw a different Zane, and he was kind of coming around, and I think he's got a lot of upside as well.
Turn your attention to the Barton Bulldogs, who picked up a win today over the Anderson Trojans. What is there to improve upon from this one as you head back to Berktar Stadium on Saturday?
Can you let me enjoy this for one night?
No, not even one. You got a long drive.
Who do we play next week? Coach Hester does a great job at Barton, and obviously they just won tonight, so they'll be fired up to play us. We can improve in a lot of areas. We obviously offensively, we've got a lot of things we can improve upon, and we kind of grow every week. Defensively, they've kind of saved us. They saved us last week. They didn't have their best day today, and they've got to improve. And I told the team, I'm proud of them. I love them. But we got to get better. We just got to keep working. And we can't relax for a play. You saw that on the 2 drops. Yeah. You saw that on the ball that Zane threw into dirt. So we certainly can't relax for a day. So we got to come back to work on Monday.
Ashley, pleasure as always. Congrats on another heart stopper.
Thank you. Go Eagles.
That's Carson Newman head football coach Ashley Ingram. We roll on the Domino's postgame report when we return after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.